watch this.
Okay, today I'm watching a video on
Don't touch
YouTube.
me.
See, she's blocking me
This
from leaving.
video is called Crazy Asian Landlord Holding Me Hostage. Now, she's continuously blocking this gentleman from leaving his apartment, or his house, that he rents from her. She's the landlord. And supposedly, she tried to slam him in the door. And now she's apparently on the phone with the police department, saying that he's doing it on purpose to her.
Can you please speed up that deputy? I called earlier when she first got here. Can you please speed it up?
So I am currently watching this video right now because this is illegal. You cannot hold someone hostage. And this landlord is whacked out of her mind, apparently. For some reason, she's holding them hostage. I'm not sure why, but I came across this YouTube video. I'm just randomly watching these videos. The other video that I came across was a landlady coming in and out of this person's apartment illegally. She did not give 24-hour notice, and was coming in. She came in once with some guy and once by herself. She was measuring stuff in the place, and apparently did not give the tenant 24-hour notice. Now, state law is, or it might be federal also, that you're supposed to get 24-hour notice before your landlord enters your apartment. So, they're committing illegal acts right now. And I'm not sure what state this is in. And this video is from John Cassillas. Cassillas. I hope I'm pronouncing it correct. This was published on May 2015. Again, that's John. And the video is called Crazy Asian Landlord Holding Me Hostage. So apparently they're waiting for a deputy. I would assume it's down south because, I mean, one of the southern states. Because he's videotaping her holding him hostage in the apartment. So, so I want to give a nice shout out to John that published that video, and thank you for exposing her on YouTube. Okay, so crazy landlord friend breaks down the tenant's door with a hammer and is finally in jail. That's the next video. And that's by P Productions. Okay, sorry, we got a commercial there. So again, this is crazy landlord's friend breaks down tenant's door with a hammer. This was published on May 9th, 2014, and by P Productions. Apparently he's knocking the door down with non-payment of rent. Which this is totally illegal. A felony, major felony right here. Hey, there's a proper way to take care of things. If people owe rent money, there's a proper way to take care of it. You know, it's called the court system. But there will be landlords that will take you to court when you don't owe anything and claim that you owe something or get tenants mixed up. And then it's really, really bad when you have, well, my county and the next county over have pro-landlord judges that will side with the landlord and screw the tenant. That's another problem, and I think that's totally corrupt. Landlord, tenant court, and family court is very corrupt. You know, they don't give a shit, you know, if the person, if they're illegally getting screwed by a landlord. They really don't give a shit. Some judges don't give a shit at all. But this guy's breaking down the door here, and that's really a felony right there. I mean, this dude, Well, it says that he finally went to jail, so that might have, you're breaking down this woman's door. You're wasting, this is, ridiculous what he's doing.
And how much you been paying for your share, which was supposed to be $900?
Ridiculous. Breaking down his... And then you know what they're going to do. See, now he's breaking down this door, so what he's going to turn around and do is now hold the damage, like what he's doing right now, he's going to hold that against the tenant. And then he's going to say, she provoked him to break the door down, and then they're going to take her security. That's what this guy's plan is. And this is bullshit right here. What this guy's doing. Total asshole. Better way of taking care of stuff. He's destroying the friend's property, but then they're gonna take her to court and say, oh, she's got all these damages. She broke down made me break down the door and all this. He's gonna definitely turn that against her. Definitely. Because you don't know what people's situations are. You don't know why they can't pay rent. Maybe they lost their job, I mean, there is some scumbags, renters that, can give a shit. They'll just rent something and sit on their ass and not pay any rent. I mean, they have those people out there too, but, there's other people that maybe lost their job or something like that. You don't know people's situations whatsoever. These landlords are just scum.
Something like $6,000, $7,000. How can you justify staying here, you? How?
What a freaking moron nut. That guy was a total nut job. Now this is Nightmare Tenant Slum Landlord Season 1. Oh, this is the BBC series. Gary Anderson brought this video up on YouTube. This is called Nightmare Tenants Slum Landlords. It's a BBC British television program. I have reviewed this. I think this is a good show because it's showing. Okay, so now this is showing both sides of the story here. One side would be nightmare tenants. Obviously, people that just don't want to pay or they harass other neighbors or whatever. And then on the other hand, they're looking at slumlords that don't want to fix absolutely shit. Okay, we see this on People's Court. We see landlord, that you have to document everything that you do with your landlord. I recommend it. I'm going through something with my landlord right now. I recommend you either record or you video or whatever. Please, whatever you do, record, make a video. If you are planning on renting a place, or if you're a first-time renter, if you're, a college student moving out, whatever, you have a job and you're going into your own place, read your lease. Make sure you have extra copies of your lease. If you're on a Section 8, if you're on housing HUD programs or anything like that, which is harder, which is, like housing Section 8 services or something, make sure they have a copy of your lease. Make sure they know everything that you're doing. In case your landlord says one thing or says something verbally to you one way and then tells housing department something else. You need to watch landlords big time. They will screw you right to the wall.
The trouble began 6 months ago when a new tenant moved in.
I mean, I am having one hell of an experience myself with my landlord. Most horrible experience. I've lived here, I would say 10 or 11 years now at this apartment. Everything was fine until about 2012.
Today, Paul
when
is
I
meeting
became
Frank at the
separated from
property.
my
They
husband,
plan to serve his tenant with
um,
an eviction notice.
and then all of a sudden he proceeds to come to
The
me and
notice
say,
tells
"Oh,
her
you
that if
owe
she
all
doesn't
this rent
pay the
money." Well, what are you
£2,200
talking about?
she owes
Because
Frank,
you haven't
they'll
said
take
a
her to
damn
court
word
to
to
begin
me.
eviction proceedings.
Okay?
So now we're going to
You
go
haven't said
and
one freaking
serve
damn
notice.
word to me that I owed anything.
She's 2 months rent arrears. Yep.
As far as I know, you've been paid,
Do we
sir.
think she's there? She is there, definitely.
You know, stuff like that. And then you want to make false accusations that I had a money order and I cashed a money order and used it on myself, used it on Walmart, whatever.
That's correct, yeah.
Totally freaking stupid, ridiculous bullshit. Okay? Some landlords just want to make money off people on Section 8 housing, which is disgraceful. So, beware
This is the notice
of
from Frank.
anything that, if you have to when you're moving in, if your landlord is walking through, have the landlord and you walk through the apartment. Videotape everything that you videotape everything that you see in your apartment. Go around, make sure things work, faucets, bathrooms, toilets, flush toilet, run the sinks, make sure no pipes are loose. I mean, you gotta do everything, because if you don't, and then you go in there and then something happens, they're gonna blame you for it, because that's exactly what happened here. So I hope, please heed the warning. Don't let your landlord walk all over you. You have tenant rights. Make sure you have the tenant rights state manual. You can go to your housing department and get a tenants rights booklet. If you have a tenants association, join the tenants association. Make sure you have backup when you're dealing with a landlord. Okay, so that ends this video, and have a great day.